What is up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again with a 2825 Cody Ware 164 scale diecast. This is the Arrowhead brass Ford Mustang for Rick Ware Racing. Let's check it out. And here we go, folks. Diecast in hand, and check out this livery. I mean, you got gold, you got green, you got white, and then you have yellow rims. I mean, this car is definitely unique here, and one of the multitude of Cody Ware diecasts to be made in 2020. And this is the second one, I believe, which is really freaking cool, by the way. So this is what the second or third Rick Ware car to be. No, I think it's actually the fourth because they made two Corey LaJoie cars. So imagine that, a 164 scale diecast here to have four Rick Ware racing cars made, at least. Crazy times for it. That's freaking awesome. So anyways, I'm going to go and get the diecast out of the box. Let's take a closer look. And here we go, folks. Diecast out of the box. And check out the gold on this car. I tell you what, if you like gold diecast, check this one out here. I'm going to show you. This is another 2025 diecast. So you have two of them that recently released. This is a Carson Hocevar 50th anniversary Ziegler car. And we have the Arrowhead car. Two different shades of like that gold, bronze look, but fantastic paint job. So let's go to the front of the diecast. I noticed this as I was unboxing it here. You can see the windshield wiper. So that means this one ran on a road course, but the fuel door is on the right side. So I'm thinking, is that what is it? Mexico City, or is that Watkins Glen? I'm not too sure. Got Ware right there on the front of the windshield. Got Ford. Over to the hood of the car, you have reliable, proven, trusted Arrowhead since 1936. You have the Ford decal there, 51 on the front. You do see the white stripe at the bottom. I don't know why, but this, I understand that, the headlight decal's a little bit messed up there, unfortunately, but the paint scheme itself really reminds me of some of them early 90s stock cars. The white and the green and that gold. I just feel like, if you made it look a little bit less modern, this would fit very well in an early 90s Lumina or Ford Thunderbird or something. 51 right there. Rick Ware Racing right there on the other side. And we go over to the left side of the diecast. You do have the bright yellow Rick Ware Racing wheels. I mean, I give them credit, if you're going to be doing paint schemes and, marketing your team, you might as well do something different than everybody. And that's kind of what MWR did. That's Furniture Row Racing. They always had their own style of wheels, so to speak, and I like that. So props to them. Of course, if you want to pick this one up, head over there to Circle B Diecast, see if it's still in stock. The Corey LaJoie cars, from my understanding, they sold out. So you never know. A lot of people seem to be hooting and hollering about the Cody Ware Arby's car. So if that one is somehow in stock, you better get it while you can. I've heard so many people looking for that thing. So tap in while you can. You can use promo code Diecastbuffet if you like. You don't have to, but it helps you save on shipping over there, fellas. Got Parts Plus right there on the side panel. I'm not really sure what that middle decal is. Mighty, I have no idea. Firebreaker? I have no idea. Anyways, got Arrowhead brass right there in the side panel. A little bit of a fun fact, this is not the only time Arrowhead brass had a 164 scale made. If you remember, back in 2021, J.J. Yaley had a number 15 car produced, and it was the Arrowhead brass car. What was different is the whole paint scheme was a completely different color. I believe it was red, white, and blue was the main color of it. So I don't know if they changed their branding, or was that like a special thing? I'm not really sure. But this is the second one to get produced. Got Cup Series here, Goodyear, or at least the second one. Maybe there's a third one I forgot. That was a promo diecast or something. You do have Cody Ware. I really like how the name is right in the middle of that green stripe. I don't know why, but that just looks cool. Like this paint scheme, I feel like it just screams 90s. I don't know why, but it just really screams it. Maybe because it's a metallic painted car, and for whatever reason, teams don't want to wrap their cars with metallic paint anymore, or ink, or whatever they print it with. I get it. It probably costs a whole lot more, but man, this whole livery is just really 90s to me. I like that. You got Jacob right there on the C post. The B post, unfortunately, it's been through Grove Street. I mean, there's a lot of paint chips and stuff there, unfortunately, and that's unfortunate. You got Ford, Mac Tools. What is that? Lincoln Welders. I think SEM or Z-Max, and then Ford. Let's go over to the back panel of the diecast. You have Champion Irrigation Products. Champion Irrigation Products, I think. You have Rick Ware Racing. Ford, let me zoom in just a little bit. Got the number 51 right there. You could really see the curvatures of the gold on the paint. Just beautiful, beautiful paint job. Love the metallic paints. Rick Ware Racing there. Go to the right side of the diecast. I like this livery. This is a clean car. It kind of reminds me of some of the Harry Gant paint schemes, just a little bit. But I could totally see this on a stock car, early 90s. Just, you know, it's just retro, man. I like it. You get the 51 there. I like the green number. How many times we get a green numbered car? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty rare. You can also see the pretty gnarly wrinkles right there on the front. That's unfortunate. Over to the top of the diecast. Then on the roof, you have the inverted color number where you have the middle of it being white, then green, and then black. But again, look at that paint, dude. That paint is freaking awesome, dude. Metallic painted cars. We don't get many of them anymore because, you know, the teams just don't want to wrap their vehicles in it. But when we do, it's exciting because back in, you know, the 2000s, I feel like every other paint scheme had some sort of a metallic touch to it. Whether it was Jeff Gordon, whether it was Jimmy Johnson, you know, Jamie McMurray, Matt Kenseth, or whoever. I just feel like there was so many different paint schemes. I mean, the Red Bull cars, the MWR cars, they had a whole bunch of them. And then there was even back markers that would just go to the racetrack in like a solid metallic blue car. Like, just boom. It'd be, you know, a solid red metallic car. Anyways, fantastic little diecast here. I tell you what, if you missed out on the Arby's car, right, which, again, I've seen the comments. Apparently, unfortunately, a lot of people have. Not saying that it's completely dried up, right? But this could be a great substitute until you're able to find the Arby's car, especially if you get a diecast series, a stop motion. This is a really cool piece. I like the livery. It's retro. I will say, though, I feel like this car would look really freaking cool with chrome wheels. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Like, if this was a Gen 6 paint scheme and you put chrome wheels on this thing, the chrome with the gold and the green and the white, ooh, that paint scheme will look fire. So I'm going to show you a couple other diecasts here. Let's see which ones we're going to show. How about this one? One of my favorite diecasts of the year. This SVG Sonoma Race Twin is just absolutely amazing. And how about another Race Twin diecast here? This is the Joey Logano AAA Insurance Texas Race Twin. That's a really cool piece there. There's so many freaking diecasts that have released the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. It's the most 164s I can ever remember being released in a 3-month span. It's almost like 2005 level of 164 production. And even in the heyday of NASCAR, there was still a lot of paint schemes that didn't get made. I think about all the, you know, the alternate Evernham Motorsports cars that Bill Elliott or Casey Atwood or whoever would run. And they would make a 124, right? They'd make a promo one or a full release, but they would not make a 164 a lot of times. So it's just wild, the different eras of NASCAR. And the current one we're in right now, the 164s, man, 25 out of 30 times they're getting produced. I mean, it's like 90% completion percentage at this point in terms of 164s getting produced. Put it this way, I saw 2 cancellations. Shout out to OBB's Diecast news page on Instagram. And if you don't know who OBB is, man, you should. Original Big Bri, you know what I'm saying? The OG of the Diecast, universe. Him and Robbie Noonan, man. And he posted a thing because he does updates with like the pre-orders and like the cars that get canceled, they don't make MOQ. And it was one of the darndest things I've ever seen, guys. There was 2 diecasts and the 124 production got canceled, but the 164 survived. You know how many times I've seen cars get, pooped in the 164 and then they make the 124? It was about the darndest thing I've ever seen. So what a wild era we're in for 164 collectors, man. It's pretty dope. That's all for now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed one, everybody. DB, signing off.